What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I am not a financial advisor nor expert. I am just some random dude on YouTube, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple of years ago, I was about $30,000 deep in some pretty bad medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work really hard and invest my money. And I'm happy to say that not only am I a financially free guy, but I am pretty well financially off. So if I could pass along any of that information, resources, or tools to you guys, make your lives a little bit better off than they were before, that's all a guy can ask for. Lastly, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the video, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, as I do post videos every day, multiple times a day, and I do these subscriber requested videos at least once a day. So that is what we're going to be doing in this video, and we're going to be looking at ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corporation, and this subscriber recommendation comes from a couple different people, but we're going to give credit to Peter Stone. Peter Stone says, maybe give us an analysis of ZOM. So, Peter, a video will be up at 7 o'clock a.m. CST. Watch for it, my friend. Hashtag let's eat. All right. With that being said, let's take a quick look at the overall company fundamentals on ZOM. So we are going to look at the overall view of what the company does. So let's just read this quick. Zomedica Corporation operates as a developmental stage company. So do keep that in mind. They are developmental. You're looking at the potential for growth more than the previous growth on this company. It creates products for companion animals by focusing on the unmet needs of clinical veterinarians. It plans to offer novel diagnostics and therapeutics that focuses on patient health and practice health. So if you'd like to know, more research, news, that sort of stuff going on, maybe this isn't the video for you. This is more of a technical analysis. I am going to break down the 1-year charts and the 1-day, 1-minute charts. We're going to look at it from a macroscopic and microscopic point of view. We're going to develop levels of resistance and support in the near side and far side for both midterm to long-term investors and day or swing traders. We've got the MACD pulled up. We'll talk about that a little bit. I will pull up the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, so that we can discuss what that means. And potential entry and exit points going forward. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Now, there's a very interesting level right now that we are rapidly approaching on ZOM, Zomedica Corporation, and that is 27.44, 27 cents, 0.44. That is a huge level. This is a previous level of resistance that if you look back to, if this would have been June 26th, we flirted with this line of resistance and went on a pretty harsh downtrend after that price was rejected. We did gap down. I'm assuming this is a pre-market or the after hours pretty harshly. So since then we went on a pretty bearish run. We did hang below the volume weighted moving average. And for those of you that don't know, the volume weighted moving average is the same as the volume moving average, except that it takes the amount of volume into consideration. So if we pull up the VMA here, we can see the difference. And you would see that there's a pretty drastic change in what you're looking at here. And I just find that the volume weighted moving average is a better indicator, as it does take into consideration unusual trading volume and gives you a better indicator of whether or not the bulls or the bears are in control. At certain points, it does, change actually whether the bears or bulls are in control. As you can see, here we're looking at, this is pretty even Steven at this point in time. It's kind of indecisive. It's tough to say whether or not the bears or bulls are in control if you're looking at the VMA. However, the volume weighted moving average, you can see the bulls are in control. So it gives you a completely different picture. That's why I use that indicator, in case you are wondering. So right now we have been trading above the volume weighted moving average. We've been on a pretty steady 1-month bullish trend, and it does seem like we're going to continue that. We have had a couple of red days, but you need to keep in mind the macroscopic picture. We were at just 6 cents. We can call that 7 cents if you want to round up, about a month ago, and we are rapidly approaching 27 cents on this company. And if we can push through this level of resistance, I do think the next line that we're going to be looking at on ZOM is 35 cents. And I'm not sure what your position in the stock is currently, but if you are in, anywhere even in the middle of this run up right now, and we break through 27 cents, you are going to have multiple hundreds of percents margin return, and that is absolutely phenomenal. Now, Another thing to pay attention to is the overall traction that this company has seen in the past month. It is trading well above its usual volume. We used to see, 19 million, 16 million, 13 million pretty well below 20 million shares traded per day, and now we are seeing 254 million, 314 million, 293 million, and that is going to increase the volatility of the stock. As you can see, the movements are going to be harsher, they're going to be more filthy, and as I've said before on this channel, volume drives volatility, and volatility drives higher price valuation. So do keep that in mind. We are going to look to continue that overall volume trend over the next couple of days here. That is going to be a good indicator that we are on the move and that we should be seeing some positive growth. Now, if we can push through this 27.44 level, I do think, it might not be by the end of the day. It is possible. We've seen it in the past, those harsh moves, but we will be approaching this 35.74 as the next level of resistance. So if you do have a position, watch for those numbers as potential push points to keep track of. So if you're looking at this from a mid to long-term perspective, obviously, you're probably not looking to sell right now, right? You're probably going to keep riding this out. You're going to want to push through this and then eventually push through this next level right here, which is going to be, I drew a trend line on accident. That's not what I wanted. All right, we're going to look to push through just about 50 cents. We'll call it 50 cents, 0.499. And if we push through that, $1 is very likely to follow. How long will that take? It's very hard to say. The news catalyst and different public relations that are going on in this company are going to very highly affect that. But looking at it from a technical perspective, it does look like we are beginning a very solid run up here. I do like that a lot. Now, one thing that is a little bit concerning is that the MACD indicator has this red line right here dipping below the green line. What we're going to be looking for with the MACD is a potential swing. Oh, just kidding. It did dip below and now it's back up. So whenever this red line is above the green line in the MACD, that indicates that the bulls are in control. And whenever you see this crossover point, if you have your own, brokerage account that you trade on, and you can pull up some charts, if you see a crossover point in the red and green line, that is an indicator that you're about to see a pretty massive upswing. So I do think that it is likely we retest this 27.44 level today. However, I'm not a wizard. If I was, we'd be making millions of dollars. We'd be longing and shorting the crap out of every stock in the market and hitting everything pitch perfect, but I am not. You do see that this red line is beginning a downward trend, and it looks like it may converge with this green line on the MACD. So it is possible today that we see another red day. It is very possible, but the macroscopic view is an overall bullish trend. So do keep that in the back of your mind. If we look at the RSI, the relative strength index, this indicates whether a stock is overbought or oversold, and we have been in overbought territory lately. So do keep that in mind. We were on a very long stretch of oversold though. It does seem that we have not quite, been in the same time frame of oversold as we have overbought, so we might still continue to see this run up, but this has been an overbought territory, right? Do keep that in mind, because when a stock is overbought, usually price correction follows. So it is possible we see a price correction. I do find it unlikely since we are on a very solid 1 month bullish trend, but keep that in the back of your mind as a possibility. Now, levels of support, possible entry points. We are looking at a little bit of consolidation right here at about 16 cents. It is very hard to say whether or not we'll return to the 16-cent mark. That is a pretty harsh drop, and we haven't seen that kind of drop really in the last month. So just speaking from a trend perspective, it doesn't seem likely that we'll come back down to this support level. However, if it does drop back down to the support level and you're looking at ZOM as a mid to long-term investment, that is a great entry point to the stock. If we break through 27.44 and this acts as a level of support in the future, this would be a great level of entry into ZOM. The volume weighted moving average, if we are ever trading below the volume weighted moving average of 21.54 at this given time, that is a great entry point into the stock. So do keep those things in the back of your mind as trading strategies if you're looking at this as a mid to long-term investment. I do not personally have a position in ZOM. I'd like to disclose that right off the bat here. However, it does look like it has potential to keep the run that it has seen over the past month. So it is looking promising. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the technicals from a mid to long-term perspective. And if you are looking to day or swing trade this stock, we will establish those levels for you as well. So we do currently have a pretty solid support here at 23 cents. We have been seeing some pretty heavy rejection on selling pressure. A long candle wick indicates that sellers tried to bring the price back down and the price was rejected. We had buyers that stepped in to correct the price, bring it back up to higher price valuations. It does appear that we are more red than green. However, we are currently trading at 25 cents, which is higher than we were at market close of 23 cents. So it is promising. It looks like we may have a green day today, so do keep that in the back of your mind. Levels of resistance in the future, we're looking at right about here, 25 cents, which is about what we're trading at, and right here at 27 cents, we'll call, which is very close to the macroscopic viewpoint of 27.44. So if we can push through 27 cents, I would expect a pretty major breakout. Of course, it is possible that we have a false breakout, which is when a stock shoots up above the resistance line, hangs there for a couple of candles, and it drops back down. So there's a couple ways that you can play this as a day or swing trader. You can enter into the stock at 23 cents, and if you see it bounce off of this support line, it is very likely, as you've seen here, that we begin to approach the previous level of resistance, or as you see here, approach the previous level of resistance, breakout, comes back down, price correction, resistance, etc. So if you see it bounce off of this line and we retest this resistance line, watch for a breakout through that. If we see one, continue to ride it out. If you see price rejection, that would be a great time to exit your trade. On the vice versa side, if you want to short this stock and you see us approach a resistance level and there's price rejection, try to enter into the stock when you see the price rejection and ride it back down to this previous level of resistance, which would act as support. If you see a dip below that, continue to ride the stock. You might see a retest of the support. If there's rejection and it comes back down, you can continue to ride until the next level of support here at 23 cents. And at that point, if you see price rejection and it bounces back up, that'd be a great time to exit your trade and maximize profits. So I hope that was helpful for you day or swing traders. That is what I have for ZOM from a technical perspective. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. It is getting a little bit difficult to get to all of you. It does take quite a bit of time. I try to write up as well thought out answers as I possibly can. So I promise I will do my best to get to all of your comments as soon as I can in a timely manner. And that is what I have for ZOM today. So if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, as I do post videos on a daily basis. And if you would like me to cover one of your subscriber requested stocks, let me know in the comment section down below. I do at least one every single day. All you need to do is type in the ticker symbol, and I will cover it in a future video. I do have my Twitter and StockTwits pages linked in the description box down below, where I will be giving updates in real time on stocks that I'm enjoying the price action on. So if that interests you, consider following. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link to TubeBuddy in the description box as well. And this is a SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month subscription fee for. And what it does is it helps content creators get their videos in the eyes of their audience. It optimizes tags, search results. It helps your videos rank well in the YouTube algorithm, titles, thumbnails. They all go through a bunch of algorithms in TubeBuddy, and it just helps your videos get out to the audience that you intended to reach. So if that does interest you, if you use my link, I will receive a commission off of everybody who signs up, and that is a great way to support the channel. They do also have a free option if that interests you. And if you're not interested at all, I just appreciate you being a part of the community and the crew out here at Trey's Trades. So that is what I have for the video today, my friends, and I will see you all next time. Peace.